Hello friends, welcome here. Jaime Lannister the Kingslayer has reached Winterfell apparently to join Jon and Daenerys, but there is one problem. He killed the Mad King and tried to kill Bran Stark. Now both seek justice, and Jaime has to answer for all his crimes. On the other hand, Cersei has sent Bronn with a crossbow to kill Jaime and Tyrion. Qyburn gave Bronn that crossbow with Cersei's orders to kill her brothers, Jaime and Tyrion. Metro has highlighted a theory from Reddit user Hilmabigail, who has looked back on the causes of the show's many deaths to see whether they could work out if Bronn will carry out Cersei's commands. Thrones has a long history of characters dying in the same way they killed other people in previous seasons. For example, Olenna Tyrell poisoned Joffrey and later died by poison, while Walder Frey had his throat cut by Arya seasons after ordering her mother Catelyn's throat to be cut. Ned Stark beheaded Man of the Night's Watch. Ned was beheaded. Ramsay killed his stepmother and brother with his hounds. Same fate. Roose Bolton betrayed and stabbed Robb in the heart. Same fate. The Sand Snakes were all killed by their favorite weapons. Littlefinger betrayed Ned with a knife on his throat. Same fate. Ygritte killed Ollie's parents with an arrow. Same fate. Lisa Arryn executed people through the moon door. Same fate. Tyrion killed Tywin with a crossbow. Bronn was given that crossbow. Okay, so Tyrion might be the one getting killed, and Bronn might spare Jaime. With this in mind, could Tyrion die by crossbow? Backing up this theory is the fact that Bronn is now in possession of the very same crossbow Tyrion used to kill their father, Tywin. But then, Bran Stark and Daenerys are there to avenge theirs. As of the Season 7 finale, Jaime and Bran are in wildly different positions than they were in Season 1 of Game of Thrones. Bran is the three-eyed raven, omniscient and lacking in human concerns. Jaime has broken with the ruthless Lannister tradition and left his sister in King's Landing. After the fall, Bran Stark couldn't remember what happened to him. He's the three-eyed raven now, though. He knows what Jaime did. But will he care? Now that Bran's the three-eyed raven, he often seems estranged from his earlier, more human self. He connects with other people through limp stares and blank expressions, no longer able to play along with human socialization. And that's because he's not an emotional human anymore. He's the three-eyed raven rendered omniscient via greensight. He dreams the future. Though there might still be a little Bran in there, yearning to break free. There's still a bit of Bran Stark in Bran, and when he's at his home surrounded by people he knows, that will obviously be brought out a bit more, Hempstead Wright told Vanity Fair. He hasn't completely forgotten who he is, it's just not as important to him anymore. Clearly, Bran had been waiting for Jaime. Just before a hooded Jaime arrives to Winterfell, Sam asks what Bran's doing sitting out in the cold. I'm waiting for a friend, Bran replies. Chances are, that friend is Jaime. Now there is another issue. Jaime didn't want to kill Bran for any reason other than that he knew the secret, which is already out now. So, being a sane, logical Bran, he might not go for the revenge. Jaime and Bran are now on the same side. Both understand the enormous threat the White Walkers pose. While they may acknowledge their shared history, the stare in last night's episode was a good start. It probably won't end in a showdown. Bran's presence is already enough to make Jaime, and all his newly grown morals, very uncomfortable. Coming to Daenerys' situation, Hempstead Wright pointed out in an interview by saying that, if anybody needed more of a reason to hate Jaime other than the fact that he murdered Daenerys' dad. Jaime has turned a new leaf since the days of tossing young boys from towers and incestuous liaisons. Not only has he lost his hand and found his honor, like Cersei he's lost all his children. He's no longer the boy he was when he killed the Mad King Aerys, and the king he killed, Dany's father, was a psychopath hellbent on burning down King's Landing and everyone in it, and he's no longer the commander of the King's Guard, doing his father's bidding. He never should have trusted Cersei, Daenerys says at one point, though she could be speaking about any number of people. Ned Stark? Tyrion? Jaime? Probably Jaime, since Dany went along with Tyrion's stupid plan, which is what Sansa would be referring to. You never should have either, Sansa snipes back. Point, Sansa. Sansa is getting all the points with her crisp scoldings of the Starks' new allies. If you ask me, I think Dany will consider forgiving him since she also knew how bad his father was as a king. And killing him was probably the best thing that could happen. Concluding my video, I think Jaime Lannister will be accepted in Winterfell, and could be helpful in the fight against Night King and White Walker's army. He might also somehow change the mind of Cersei, but that looks highly unlikely. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.